listening to the AFTERBUZZ TV network. Now the largest new media platform on the web and your number one source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Keegan.
From the AFTERBUZZ Studios in Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies, this is AFTERBUZZ TV's Playing House After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AFTERBUZZ TV's Playing House After Show.
Hey there, Playing House fans. Welcome to the AFTERBUZZ TV Playing House After Show. I am Matt Lieberman. We're talking about Season 1, Episode 5, Drumline. Here with me, of course, fantastic panels always here. Patrick Fisackerly is here.
Yeah, happy to be here.
Carrie Long is here.
Hi, everyone.
Yeah. Roya Tahari in the booth taking care of us.
Great hair.
Thank you. Yeah. She's not on mic. It's okay. So, folks, I love this episode, and it's kind of for a selfish reason. I am an ex-drumliner. I was bass drum captain, in fact. So I always enjoy seeing anything involving drumline, and I gotta give it to Jason Mantzoukas and Lennon Parham. They could throw down.
Oh, they were awesome.
They could throw down. Like, it wasn't like, like we cut to the drum and we do a close-up.
Yeah, I was waiting for him to cut away.
And then we go back to her head as she's supposed to be drumming. No, they
were drumming.
Yeah.
They were really drumming.
Yeah, and Patrick, you also were a drumline guy.
I was on a drumline for 3 years in high school.
Get it, girl.
Yeah, lady. That's right.
Did you get any girls playing drums there, Patrick?
Get that.
How'd that work
I
out
had
for
a
you?
high school girlfriend, although she went to a different school, so I don't know if
Did she know she was your girlfriend?
She did.
Okay.
She knew for
Just
2
checking.
years.
Catfish girlfriend.
Well, this was pre-Facebook, so maybe MySpace is where we met. I don't know.
Oh, man.
That's deep.
The space.
Deep.
Yeah.
We were in space.
You were in space.
We met in space.
So I love the open of this episode. And what honestly I think was really, really great about it, the whole episode, is, Emma has often been kind of like the louder character to Maggie. She gets to have the fun, and Maggie has to be the responsible one. And now we get to see Maggie let it all kind of hang out, which is great to see. I'm glad that we're changing up the formula. This isn't the odd couple, okay? This is the perfect couple.
Yeah.
So Emma is trying to get Maggie to come out. We don't know for what. She's trying on some outfit, and she doesn't like it, how she looks in it, and she says, okay, I'm going to march in so that it doesn't feel weird. And we're like, what? And then she comes in crab walking in this marching band outfit, this like powder blue outfit, and it was just hysterical.
I love it. And I love the little fasteners on the top, down to the details. Well done, wardrobe. Well
done. Yeah.
Well done.
We learned a lot of details about the town this week and about them, right? Because it's the 15th marching band, 15th annual marching band reunion, which means that they graduated 15 years ago, which places them around 33 years of age.
Yeah, well, I'm not sure if we knew that before
it's
tonight.
nice to have a definitive. We knew like early 30s. And the town in question is Pine Brook.
Yes.
Pine Brook, Connecticut. And, it's just like, it's little details, just like we want to know more. We want to know everything. So it's cool to have that. And, Maggie doesn't feel comfortable in this outfit. It doesn't fit over her pregnant belly, but she's still...
It fits pretty well considering the fact that she's pregnant,
Oh,
though.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, it fits very, very well. She thinks that she's fat, and Emma's like, no, you're not fat. You're a beautiful, glowing, pregnant woman. God damn it.
As a good best friend should always lie to the other best friend. Tell him you look amazing.
She
did look amazing. What lies?
Amazing.
There are no lies.
She was beautiful and gorgeous, but she's preggers, and like, what would it be, the outfit she wore in high school?
We will not allow
She was
any
glowing.
discourse.
Tell her like
was
it is.
beautiful.
She was beautiful, but she was preggers all up in her high school band outfit.
Fine.
Yeah, she
Kabam.
was pregnant and still fit in her high school band outfit.
Snap, snap.
Let's call up this imaginary girlfriend, Patrick.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Got her on the line now.
Hello?
Yes,
Hello?
yes. You dated me for
Shit.
2 years in high school?
Wait, Dad.
Both of you, that's right.
Yeah, they're just conjoined twins.
Well, you can't just date one.
No.
They're both around.
Well, I mean, you can. It's just it can be an issue.
Choices.
Yes. So after this, Emma convinces her that she has to go to this reunion. She totally looks slamming in her band uniform, and it's gonna be great.
Banging.
Yeah, she'd be banging.
She'd
And
be
they start
banging.
reflecting on old high school dudes that they may or may not have tried to hook up with. Maggie brings up this guy CJ who had long flowing locks, wore a trench coat. And a Rush
sexy.
T-shirt. Yeah, I mean that's catnip in high school. Okay, that it draws you in.
Did
It'll
you wear
drive
any
crazy.
band tees specifically in high school?
No, I didn't really understand music as a
Oh.
concept. I don't know. Like for the first like 11 years of my life, I only listened to Disney, Broadway, the Eagles, Yanni, and Bond themes.
No.
That was my
That's so
exposure to music.
specific.
That was my whole cassette tape like box of cassettes was Disney, Broadway, Yanni, the Eagles, and Bond themes. Wow. Yeah.
Wow.
I led a charmed life.
You didn't have like a Phantom T-shirt that you wore around though, or anything like that?
No Yanni at the Acropolis T-shirt. Although retroactively, I now realize I need a Yanni at the Acropolis
Oh,
T-shirt.
absolutely. I
Yeah.
know what I'm getting you next holiday.
Yes. Yanni
sure.
live at the Acropolis. I thought it sounded like video game music, which again, why I was so excited about marching band because it was like all epic kind of music, and I was just like, oh yeah, I could see like a movie scene to this epic piece of music.
We played Cheeseburger in Paradise one year. It was very
Wow.
exciting.
A hip
Wow.
band.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna have to say I was
Very
more
hip.
like Emma, hanging out, away from the field. Wasn't
Yeah.
dry humping under the
You weren't
bleachers.
dry
I was
humping under
not
the
dry
bleachers?
humping. No.
No one with a slow fade.
No.
Okay.
Well, band nerds dry hump each other.
And
so.
that's what I've heard. Y'all are freaks.
Multiply
I've heard.
like
It's
I did not. I had that fake girlfriend that we were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
But
Did you lose your fake virginity to her?
I did not.
No.
you held
No.
out. You held out for a real girl, huh?
I feel like there was holding out on both ends at that
Yeah.
time.
That's funny how that works.
It's just, I find it funny. Fake girlfriend, and you decide not to have
No,
sex
she's
with her.
real. I answered the question sincerely.
What's her name?
Yeah.
Her name is Shelby, but I don't know if she wants me to talk
Shelby,
about
that's
her.
pretty general.
Yeah, I don't
That's
know.
always on everyone's tip of tongue.
Yeah, that's a name that I hear all the time.
Shelby.
We're
Good
getting
one.
off topic. All right.
Not us.
Yeah. So in any case, Emma heads back to the old stomping grounds, to the band room, sees a drum, and she just starts noodling away at it. And then all of a sudden, she gets a response to her call. And it is CJ with his long flowing locks still intact, casual as ever, not to be contained or constrained by anyone. Jason Mantzoukas.
The Zooks.
The Zooks guest starring. Wonderful. I always love seeing him, and it's a great character for him to play. It's right in that wheelhouse.
Yeah, but less creepy than usual.
Yeah,
Still a loser, but less creepy this time.
exactly. It's a non-threatening loser.
Yes.
He's busy
Way
drumming.
less rapey than he usually does.
I would agree with that. Yeah, but I think that is a testament to their long-standing friendship.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah.
That's real nice.
Exactly. Yeah. Don't rape your friends. No.
I would say don't rape anyone. I'd say that's a good call.
I'm gonna say that's a good point.
I'm gonna
Lesson
agree with
learned
that as
tonight.
well. So they have this great kind of drum off, and there's this heat.
Oh yeah.
It's electric, and all of a sudden, Maggie's like, "Whoa, he's the same. He's perfect." Somehow this like retroactive teen lust is taking over my already engorged oves.
Her oves.
Yeah, Ovs,
In my
oves.
ute. In her ute, she had some tingling.
Oofs.
Her oves.
Her oofs. Her ute was full, but the oves were
They still
hungry.
function.
Yeah.
Mama still wants it.
Yes. So, she's like, oh, I can't go onto the field. I can't, I'll have to be in the pit. I can't wear the drum. And in the most romantic gesture ever, he grabs that shoulder strap, tightens it around her, and she feels the earth move.
It was kind of a sweet moment because we don't know that he's horrible yet.
I don't know. It felt more just like it's kind of sexy. It's kind of
I like all these sexual innuendos. We had Steve with the fastening of the child seat. Now we have this. I look forward to every week's sexual innuendos.
Yes.
Just fastening straps.
USA letting it get dirty, letting it all hang out. I'm a fan.
Yes.
Yeah. So,
Characters welcome.
In my pants.
Oh!
Not a thing. Not a thing. Embarrassing myself.
I welcome some characters in there.
So, after they get off the field, everyone heads to the bar to celebrate. And, Emma comes in and she says, "Oh, Maggie, you were so wonderful. You were resplendent." Oh, before we even get to that, I just want to talk about, he says, "Nobody puts baby in a corner."
That was great.
And he doesn't know what Dirty Dancing is.
Never seen it.
Never. I don't know what that is. Yeah.
organized.
And part of me, I'm sure he just overheard it somehow over the course of life.
He's a big Fall Out Boy fan.
But part of me, that's funny, but part of me just wants to believe that he thinks he thought of it himself.
Right.
Yeah.
Which we later understand why.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm talking about your baby.
Yeah.
In the corner of your body.
Yeah. You don't put it. You just don't.
Do it.
So we're at the bar, and Emma is not really picking up what Maggie's putting down in regards to CJ. And
it looks like a Game of Thrones character.
yeah, which some would say very good thing. That Dario Naharis, he'd be banging.
Oh.
Yeah.
He'd be banging.
Yeah. The first one where he just looks like a dopey Ken doll, and then the new one who's bearded and dangerous.
Now, is that the one that they replaced with the guy that's on all the TV shows?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. The new one?
Yeah.
I don't watch Game of Thrones.
Oh, okay.
I should.
Yeah. He's also, the guy who plays him now is also on Orphan Black, but that's besides.
And Nashville and Treme.
Exactly.
Yes.
He
Very
gets
popular.
around.
Yeah. Because he's sexy.
He's sexy. I'd have to say
sure.
his look was very LA. The disheveled, slightly homeless appearance, which is very trendy.
Yeah.
Very big in LA.
But one of CJ's pals, Rodney, raises a glass to our Emma.
Oh, he
and
doesn't raise
weenie.
a glass.
He
It's a
raises
cocktail
He
weenie.
raises a cocktail
Raises
weenie.
He toasts her with his weenie.
Yes.
My lady,
He
my
let
weenie.
his weenie rose,
Yes,
and
it
she
did.
noticed. John Lutz played the character. Always glad to see him. Anyone who's a 30 Rock fan is glad to see him pop up anywhere. And, Emma's kind of perturbed by this. What gives this man the level of confidence to do that to me? Maggie's like, please, will you come meet CJ? Will you just meet him? When you like somebody, you want your friends to like them too. You want to feel validated.
Yeah.
You want to know that you're not nuts or that you're not making a huge mistake.
Yeah.
CJ is a loser, and Maggie's got loser blinders on.
She's still living in the past. She has unfinished business.
Yeah. Well, as we get into later, right? As CJ is talking about that book by that robot Stephen Hawking, every decision you make splits off into another universe where that, you made that decision or you didn't make it, depending on what you actually did do. And, she wants to explore what would life have been like if I had kissed him at the JCC pool all those years ago, instead of winding up with my cheating, lying husband who I'm divorcing.
Right. Maybe she wouldn't have wasted 13 years. In her mind, that's what she's thinking.
That's the big question that's going on for her right now, and kind of fuels all her behavior in this episode. Emma lets her off the hook, kind of, in saying, this is your last night to kind of blow it out before this thing comes along and ruins your life.
I love
in
that
the best
line.
way.
I'm really
I
glad they
love
did
that
an
line.
episode like this because she's going through almost being a mother for the first time as well as being single for the first time
In 13
years. So, of course, that this is an experience that she's going to have. And I thought that it was handled very well.
Plus that fear of she's 1 month out from having a child. I think every woman can relate. Every parent actually can relate to oh, hell, I'm about to have this thing. And you
And
do
it's
think
going to ruin your life.
you're stuck with it for at least a
Yeah.
solid 18 years legally.
Yeah, so, it's...
Gotta get a little crazy.
You're going to have this moment where you panic and you
yeah.
need to just do something crazy, do something wild. When you're faced with a massive change, you do all kinds of crazy things.
Like break into Jewish centers.
Yeah, hate crime,
Hate
potentially.
crime. Absolutely.
Yeah, potentially. CJ invites them out. Emma is not having it. She knows that this is a bad idea, nothing but bad news. But, Maggie trumps her. And, she's like, if you want to go home, that's fine. Although, I'll admit, a night of mini cupcakes and Gilmore Girls sounds banging. I am a Gilmore Girls fan.
They apparently based sort of the town on the town in Gilmore Girls.
Which, great decision, because Stars Hollow is a masterpiece of a town filled with wonderful, loving characters, and I would love to move there someday when I retire. It's not a real town.
I don't think it is.
No.
Is it on the Warner Brothers lot?
No, Universal.
Universal.
Is it Universal
I used
lot?
to be a tour guide there.
Oh,
I'll
okay.
tell you about it. Oh, there's a tidbit. You guys are band dorks. I am a tour guide dork. There, I've
Well, I've been on that tour
field.
like 6 or 7 times.
Okay, you've
so.
trumped me.
Ew, that's a huge dork. Why would you go 6
He's
or
looking
7?
for his
Every time
imaginary
someone
girlfriend.
comes to visit, she lives in Wisteria Lane. Every time someone comes to visit, that's a thing you can do. You take them on the Universal tour, then you go ride the Simpsons.
Did you know all the
ride.
Wisteria on Wisteria Lane is fake?
I did, because I've been on the tour
It
6 or
does.
7
You did.
times.
I don't even need. I'm done. I'm out of here.
Okay. So they wind up getting in CJ's van, which has a wolf painted on it.
That's
For a second, I thought it was a 3-wolf moon. If you're familiar with that meme and shirt, it's a magnificent shirt with 3 wolves howling at the moon.
It was on The Office once.
Yeah.
Yes, available at most county fairs.
Agreed. Also Amazon and
.com.
Yeah,
It's the website. Amazon.
and of course, this
huge.
guy is living out of a van with rope lights in it
that's
and
hot.
shag all over the walls. That's where you want to be at age 33. No attachments except for the rope lights attached to the socket.
Making van s'mores with your buddies.
Yeah.
Oh, that's kind of awesome. I kind of want to go home and make. I'm gonna go home and make
You're
one.
gonna make a van s'more?
But I want a s'more from my butt, not somebody else's butt.
Yeah.
Especially a large, sweaty man. Although it might be extra gooey in there. And let's be honest, that's the key component to a good s'more.
is gooiness.
A gooey
but I feel
butt
like you're
s'more.
going to pulverize the graham crackers.
That's a very
with
precarious
sheer
line. Unless you
wood.
got it in between the butt cheeks, like in that little tent area, the little pitch, the
But
pitch
then
of the
you're placing
buttocks.
all of the force, all of the tension on the,
Okay,
the
guys.
break point
Let's
on your
make
graham
them
cracker.
We've
next
got to get the
episode.
Mythbusters on this. They've got to
Yeah.
show us
Let's
the best way to
do
make
it.
van s'mores.
I think the best way
Okay.
to make the van s'more.
Let's talk about
it's
it.
kind of like if you ever visited one of those like museums of the weird where they have the chair with all the sharp nails pointing up.
Right.
And if you sit down evenly and evenly distribute your weight across all of the nails, it doesn't hurt. So if you sit down slowly and evenly distribute your weight across the s'more, you will not crush the graham cracker, but instead flatten its contents.
I think you just solved the problem.
Did you hear that? That silent
think-
moment
yeah.
we were all thinking about.
Yeah,
It.
it was beautiful.
That was amazing.
I'm
we
going to
did.
take a second and talk
I'm gonna
about
make one.
iTunes.
And I'm gonna tweet it out.
Yeah,
this
let's
week.
talk about
I'm gonna make a
iTunes.
butt
Yeah,
s'more.
I'm going to make
All right.
iTunes, and then we're going to come back to butt s'mores. Folks, we talk about it every week. Thank you so much for downloading this podcast, listening, watching, streaming. You're all the best. And we need your support here at AfterBuzz TV to keep giving you all this wonderful free content. If you aren't aware, and you should be, because I mention it every week, AfterBuzz TV puts out between 60 and 70 hours of free content a week. It's a staggering amount of free stuff that I think is pretty darn good.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We're certainly very good.
And now you can learn how to make a butt s'more too.
Yeah, and how to evenly distribute your weight.
That was free.
That's free knowledge. Now, what could you do at home or on the go or wherever you are if you were so inclined to help us out, to thank us for all the wonderful laughs and memories that maybe we've offered you? Maybe. Go to iTunes, rate and review the show. It's really, really simple, only takes a second, and not only does it make us feel good about ourselves, it helps everyone here at the network because the more reviews we get, the more searchable our podcasts are, the easier it is for new listeners to find our network, and it helps us get sponsors. So go to iTunes, rate, review the show. If you, for whatever reason, don't have access to iTunes, you could also leave us a comment on YouTube, tweet at AfterBuzzTV, let them know that you like the show, or you can email info@AfterBuzzTV.com, and our bosses will get to read a lovely email from you about our show. So I appreciate your support, and yeah, we'll move right along.
Be banging.
Yeah, and like, send us an email. Let us know how that Buttsmore recipe worked out.
Yes.
Hey,
Please try it
I'm gonna do
out.
it this week. I'm gonna tweet it out.
We're all gonna
guys.
try it out.
Yeah.
We're all gonna do it.
Tweet it out.
I'm going.
Wrap it in foil though. You got to make sure.
You know what I'm gonna do though? I'm gonna make it dangerous, and I'm gonna throw a little habanero jam in that s'more.
Some jam.
Oh, you better
Yeah.
make sure that foil doesn't leak.
Because it'll be spicy all over my bum, and that's not what I want.
On your bum.
Yeah.
Come on.
On my bum, on my tussie.
That's right.
Tussie s'mores.
You're
yours.
so pleased by that.
I'll never not love it.
That's so funny. All right, so Rodney has made it clear to Emma that he's been crushing a long time. She's his CJ, effectively. It's the thing that never happened. He had his locker next to hers.
Hoagies.
And he stuffed hoagies in it.
Could have fed her.
I don't think it was for an art project, though. No. I think that was a cover-up that just didn't really work.
And didn't Lutz on 30 Rock love blimpies?
Yeah.
So that's like a theme now.
It's his thing.
He loves hoagies.
He likes
Yeah.
footlongs.
There was a Blimpies right next to the field where my marching band practiced.
Really?
Yeah.
Full circle. We did it.
Yeah. Wow. Although actually, considering the fact that he is an artist, maybe it was for an art project. He drew all of these very vivid drawings of Emma as kind of a dragon lady. The third one being dragon lady about to play, it appeared to be badminton, which I don't understand it, but okay.
It's deep. It's beyond your understanding. It's art.
It's fine.
It's not meant to be understood.
Sure. She's a dragon, or maybe she's a gargoyle. I'm not sure, but it's certain.
It's a kinky fetish.
He's
of his.
been.
And then Emma asked, "Did you draw these just now, or have you drawn them? Did you draw them a long time ago?"
Yes.
Was his answer.
Yes,
Love it.
which is a wonderful answer. Which, they don't look like Jessica St. Clair as a teenager. They look like Jessica St. Clair now, which means that at the very least he's been stalking the old Facebook and seeing what she looks like.
Guys,
in the
with
present.
technology these days, let's talk about privacy issues for the next 20, 30 minutes.
Okay, great.
let's talk
So,
about it.
in terms of we're not doing that.
Okay.
In terms of we're not doing that, how did we feel about Maggie she's seeing the signs that this guy's a loser, but she's trying to find the nugget of positivity in it.
Well, he's wild and exciting. He's not like the stay-at-home dad, and he's not safe, and he's dangerous, and she's feeling wild and crazy and knocked up. So I think that appeals to her. Until later.
Right. Later on, she tells him to turn left after he's like,
She's wild.
I'm not driving. The night is driving. I don't really conform to rules. And she's like, no, we're doing this. We're going back to the JCC. I'm going to finish what I've started. I'm going to plant this smooch on this smoking hat Greek man. And, even pregnant, Mama's going to break off a piece.
Yeah.
And, she has Emma go up and over the fence. And
I love he broke
Rodney-
his fingers on a Rubik's
He wrote it on a Rubik's Cube years ago, and then he's like, "Milady, I'm a gentleman. I'm not looking up." She's like, "I'm wearing pants."
He's so sweet, though.
Yeah, he means well, And this is it's 2 weeks in a row where we have a well-meaning man that maybe most people would say not an alpha male, but still charming enough and sweet enough to gain the attention of dear Emma. It's a good couple of weeks for the nice guys.
Oh, yeah.
Nice guys. They say we finished last, but once we get
Well, when you
33
cast them, it's exclusively comedians. There are going to be a lot of people we can identify with.
Yes, I'll agree.
Comedy and tragedy.
Yes.
Yeah.
We are
All in
great.
one.
I'm very happy with who I
Yeah.
am. Aren't you?
Yes.
Yep, we're
So
happy. We're so happy.
Compensation.
Yeah.
Let me just a little tickle.
Shelby.
She's a very nice girl. She's happily married. Hi, Shelby. Hi, Brad.
What?
What?
You should not know these
Do you
things.
know her
I
husband?
went to college with her and him. So
Did you follow her to college?
I went to college. We went to the same college. I didn't follow her
Were
to
you
college.
still dating when you went to college?
Yeah.
Were you
Is this
ever
interesting
dating?
at all? Yes.
It is. It's fascinating.
We dated for 2 years and we broke up freshman year of college.
And when did she start dating Brad?
I don't know, like junior year?
she gets around.
Yeah, she dated another person.
Weird. Who does it? That's right.
That's what I said.
That's right.
I mean, the love that you shared was so strong.
Look what's happened to Patrick's life since. Way to go, Shelby.
Way to go, Shelby.
I'm good.
Way to miss out.
I think she's also good. I haven't talked to her. I don't talk to her much, but I think she's also good.
What does that say?
It says that we generally don't talk to our exes from high school, I think.
Right. Because when you
Maggie
do,
does.
you go skinny dipping.
Yeah.
You go skinny dipping in a JCC
Which, time on the field, not true skinny dipping.
No.
I mean, granted, we're on TV, but the one time I skinny dipped.
You skinny dipped.
I dipped. Well, I got down on my knees because the water was cold and I took off a running. But I tried to dip.
Right.
Dip my ute in the water.
Right. And CJ, very gallantly, I might add,
In his red panties.
offers Maggie his rush shirt.
I can't believe he let it get wet.
That was sweet.
Yeah.
It could have been bleached
Yeah.
with the water.
I know, but it was very sweet. I loved his reasoning.
Yeah.
In another universe, I kept it. So it's like, on some level, he's okay with letting it go because somewhere out there's a CJ who didn't let it go. So in his own way, he still has it. It is deep. I actually love that point of view. But that's besides the point. They get in the pool, and Maggie is kind of grilling him on his work history because he just keeps leaving jobs for very vague reasons. Yeah. He feels that the school day as it is now doesn't really work for people's biorhythms, and they just weren't ready to hear that. Which there's this like thing where when someone's like, and that ended, and that ended, and that ended, there's obviously a problem here.
Little red flag trail.
Couple of big old red flags.
Yeah. I love when they all got in the water too. Like it like all took the next level because instantly Emma's speaking with, my lady lover. And then, it's CJ and Maggie. It's like all of a sudden I got to know they got serious. They got wet. Yeah. They got half naked and they got serious.
Did you guys notice how beautiful that scene, the pool was
very
shot?
well lit,
it was such a pretty...
The show in general.
Yeah.
It's a very beautifully shot show.
Like filmic. Like
Very
it didn't look like a
sharp and
TV
colorful.
show. Yeah.
Love the way it looks. And so Emma, she starts stripping and she's like, come on, Rodney, we're not letting him do it without us. And he's terrified of letting her see him naked. He's like, why don't we break all of the rules, even the rules of skinny dipping? And he just walks right into the pool.
Doc Martens and all.
Yep. And, meanwhile, Emma getting down to skivvies. And the men were pleased.
Are you just talking about yourself right now? Or?
I sometimes refer to myself as,
As
the
the
men
men?
in private. What are the men thinking about for dinner this evening? Yeah. The men is collectively
You and who else?
me,
Yourself and you?
me, myself, my
And-
fingies and toes,
And your tussie.
and my tussie.
Oh boy.
Yes. So, Maggie is talking to CJ and actually kind of opening up, and CJ says, that he was in Amsterdam as an apprentice to the Vermeer of street art. And it turns out this beautiful mural, this fresco that Emma had found really moving when she lived abroad, was a Rodney original, and he's so happy he starts drowning because he legitimately can't
happening? Are you
move or
drowning?
feel.
I love
Yeah.
that.
And then she has to save him. And then, just as soon as Maggie and CJ are totally about to get that kiss on, make up for lost time, voop voop. That's my.
That's the sound of the police?
That's the sound of the police. Yes.
Voop, voop.
Yeah. Boop, boop. And, Emma's like, please not Mark, please not Mark, please not Mark, please not Mark.
Of course it's Mark.
Oh,
Who
of
else
course
is
it
there?
is. It's
Yeah.
a small town.
Oh no, it's Mark and Ian Roberts.
Yeah. Great to see Ian Roberts on television.
Absolutely.
CJ and most of the gang ran away, leaving the ladies and Rodney to themselves. Rodney offers to make a break for it and cause a distraction, and he gets tased while soaking wet. And part of me is like, if you do that when you're soaking wet, you get roasted and you don't get to just walk around the next day. I don't think that's a thing you do. I think you're in a hospital. Fine.
Let's find out. We'll make butt s'mores and then you guys can get tased while you're wet.
Wait, no, I think that
it's a
I think the
great
men
idea.
I think the men should get tased. Just,
Yeah, the men.
just the men.
The men.
Okay, just the men.
Yeah.
Yes.
You and your men.
He,
Yes.
he pointed to himself if you're listening.
Yeah. So they're at the police station, and Emma is just like, "Can we go?" And Mark's like, "You need to come over here and help. Maggie's having a I don't know what," and she's freaking out. She is just going off on Ian Roberts, and she's like, "I want my phone call and I want my pizza. Give me I deserve a pizza." And he's like, "There's no taxpayer money for pizza. That's not
It's not one of your rights.
Yeah, that's not. You don't have a right to pizza."
She's
And
trying to flip the table.
right.
I'll flip it like a flapjack.
Yeah, it's nailed to the floor.
Pregnant
And
strength.
Emma comes in and he's basically it's like good cop, best friend. Yeah. So she comes in and they have this really great conversation.
That was a wonderful scene.
Right? Coincidentally, they
Yeah.
can hear everything they're saying in the
Right, and we
interrogation
get
room.
another tidbit continuing to build on the Emma Mark relationship, where she says how horrible it was that she just totally left Mark high and dry after his proposal, and he gets to hear this and gain a little bit of closure, which is great. And we get Ian Roberts talking about his dream of catching a curl off Corpus Christi, which did not know was on a coast.
Yeah, I've been there.
Thought
It's a
it was
lovely
landlocked.
coast. It's very
Yeah.
lovely.
Yeah.
Don't know how much
I
of a
like
wave
the
you catch
alliteration
there.
in that line.
Curl
Corpus
off Corpus Christi. Beautiful line.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Let's get pitted.
Sorry?
Let's get pitted.
What is
It's surf speak.
Oh, I thought you
bro,
meant like
she's like,
let's
"Look at
date
Keanu."
Angelina Jolie and adopt children
No.
I
and
thought
age backwards.
I thought it had something to do with olives.
No. Dude, getting pitted on the surf, bro. Yeah, it's like Keanu.
No.
Oh, nope.
Somebody out there right now knows what I'm talking about.
Yep.
Get pitted.
Probably somebody.
I'm sure
You and
somebody
Shelby
does.
never went surfing, Patrick?
Shelby and I lived in Mississippi, so no.
Well, that just sounds like an excuse.
Yeah. Sounds like you're
Shelby must be a
compensating for a
real
lack of
character
ocean.
first.
What?
Shelby has to be real to be able to go surfing.
It's
Why?
Oh, producer sound.
Why are we talking about my high school girlfriend so much tonight?
because you brought her up and her name is Shelby.
exist?
Yeah. Doesn't exist. I'll believe it.
Yeah,
I'll believe
right?
it when you break up her marriage and marry her.
I have no interest in that.
Oh, wow. Sounds like it didn't end well.
No, it ended the way it was fine.
Make her a butt s'more, and then everything should be fine.
In any case, Emma reminds Maggie that, even though her mistakes may have led her to where she is right now, she wouldn't be the amazing person that she is if she didn't make those mistakes. And everyone at the very young age that they are, has made a few monumental mistakes on their way there. It's a truth that isn't voiced enough.
That's true, and I'm in my 30s. I would agree. You start to look back. You get to this age, especially in your 30s. You start to look back and be like, "What did I do in my 20s?" And you're just like, I can't really redo that. So I think it's very honest. It's very mirror to our lives.
Yeah, and this Maggie, I think, is way happier than the Maggie who did kiss CJ at the JCC when she was a teenager and maybe got knocked up in her early 20s
Right.
by, an insensitive, immature loser.
Dodged a bullet.
Dodged a bullet.
Bullet. That's
'cause
deep.
he'd
In
be her
another
boo.
universe, he'd be
Yeah.
a bullet.
Yeah. So, what, he'd be Bullet starring Steve McQueen?
Hey, nice. That would work. Sure.
Yeah.
Whatever you want.
In
Whatever
another
you want.
universe, yeah, he's totally a detective in San Francisco in the 70s. So
Something about a car chase. That's what I know about that movie.
as a very good cartoon.
I haven't seen it.
So, morning after the...
I just wanted to weigh in, Matt,
I know, buddy. It's okay.
right here in case you need me.
So they emerge the following morning to find CJ in his black tee and his jean vest, looking resplendent up against the van. And, he goes in for the kiss, and Maggie's like, "You know what, Siege? It was a nice evening. That's all it's going to be." He's like, "Oh, yeah, sure. I'm just going to keep rolling on, doing my thing where I do it, which is not in this van, which is stolen."
I love that part. Stolen.
Hilarious. And
J.K. Drummond.
yeah,
Just kidding.
just kidding, drum.
No.
Just keep drumming.
Just
Oh,
need KNEAD drumming.
right. Dough.
Yeah. So Rodney, reappears, and he and Emma share this epic kiss.
My lady.
Best kiss she's ever had.
It was the most dynamic. You know, he got tased for her, and she was so moved. She kissed him, and it might be the best kiss she's ever had. He's got these lips. They're so soft, like the bottom of a baby chick.
I've never kissed the bottom of a baby chick.
Maybe you should.
Ooh, there was a news report how you shouldn't kiss chickens this past week.
Well, that means
It's spread disease.
Emma got some dangerous kisses.
Well, she did talk about an STD that the hypothetical child would be bringing back.
Off
So
the coast
maybe
of
that's
Greece.
where she's pulling it from.
Maybe. In any case, she tells Rodney, send me some of them drawings, because I look pretty banging in the drawings.
Yes.
And it made his life. And hopefully we'll see him again.
Would love it.
I would love it. All right, let's go to predictions.
Let me ponder.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
Yeah. Seizure lights. All right, people. How are we feeling? What's going on?
I
next week?
have something to report.
Please.
So I've watched a few interviews because they've done a lot of press for this. And Jessica keeps referring to the Mark character as her character's love interest in these interviews. So I guess Mark and Emma at some point will actually be a couple.
Yeah.
Right? She's shown regret now.
I know
Definitely
that is sort of what
regret.
it's going toward, but he is married, so I thought maybe not.
I don't know. I mean, look, there's probably going to be an episode coming up soon where the two of them are forced to be together for a long period of time.
They were
Awkward
handcuffed. He's a
position.
cop.
Yes,
they could get
that'd be
handcuffed
great.
together.
You know, I don't think that he'd be the type to cheat on his wife. I don't think that there's going to be a kiss there. You know, that just doesn't necessarily feel real. But then again, you know, if it comes from character, I'd understand it. Get caught up in the moment. Things happen.
I trust the show to get there organically if that's where they want to go. I really do.
I agree. I'm also excited to see these marriage counseling sessions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of like they let it go for an episode. Let it breathe a little. So it's not so... That's what I like about the show. It's not predictable. You don't think, oh, we're heading this way. Oh, now we're over here. So I like that we can't always predict what it's going to be.
Agreed. All right. Well,
I know another thing.
yeah?
I know when the baby's coming.
When is
At
the
9
baby-
months.
Episode 9.
What? How appropriate.
That's only 4 episodes away.
I know.
What? That's great. I
And that
love
means we
it.
get at least, 10 episodes? That means we
Yeah.
get at least 1 episode post-baby birth.
Fantastic.
Wonderful. All right. Well, that's very exciting. Thank you all for joining us tonight. You know, downloading, watching, listening, streaming. You're all the best. Patrick, where can the people find you?
You can follow me on Twitter at Fisackerly, Fisackerly.
All right. And Carrie Long.
You can find me on Twitter at Comedia Carrie. That's COMEDIACARRIE. Also check me out on AfterBuzz TV for the show Louie.
All right.
Louie.
Yes. Louie, indeed. You can find me on Twitter at Matt Lieberman. That's MattLieberman. You can also find me here on AfterBuzz TV, all over the place. What else do? I do Marin on IFC. *Halt and Catch Fire* starting June 1st. *Mad Men* finale coming up next week. *Orphan Black*, *Under the Dome's coming back. *The Strain* later in the summer. Bunch of stuff. And also you can find my videos on SourceFed and on my YouTube channel, youtube.com/Matthew D. Lieberman. Thank you all. We'll see you next week. Good night.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz
you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.
Thank you for watching AfterBuzz TV on YouTube. For more of your favorite after shows and interviews, subscribe to our channel here, and be sure to share your opinion on the episode in the comment section below here. We'd love to see what you guys are buzzing about. Thanks again. Buzz you later.